Well, at least
Mendy
Mendy doesn't. At least Kepa doesn't flop as much as Mendy.
Mendy's also hurt right now. Mendy has I think fractured finger, broken finger.
I'm glad he has a fractured finger, dickhead.
He has his other hand to hold up the Champions League trophy he won on dress. I just want to put that out there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 14 of the Fourth of Badge Football podcasting series. My name is Elijah, and I'm here with Diego and Andres, our typical co-hosts. Today, we got a lot of things to talk about. We got Chelsea, which I'm wearing, and I have the flag behind me. We got Roberto Martinez managing Portugal. We got Didier Deschamps extending his contract to 2026, meaning the next World Cup. A whole lot of things. I'm sure other things will pop up as they go on. Quickly, before we start, if you want to help us out, please consider subscribing. It's just one click away. Same thing with a like. Both of those help us grow our channel, promote our channel to other people. So if you want to help us out, please consider doing those. Leave your comments on any of these topics as well. We want to hear it always. And yeah, so
it's
I
free.
want to start off.
It's free. Just want
it
to
is
say
free.
It's free.
It is free.
It's free.
If you want to send money through our Patreon, no, I'm just kidding. Not yet. Very quickly before we start as well, Andres has bruised ribs right now from goalkeeping training. So if he says ow or is in pain, feel free to laugh at him, as I will be doing myself.
Okay.
I got a little segment I want to start off with before we get to their topics. So I have a list of the top. This is, I think, 13 signings in the Premier League of all time. And I want you guys to give me your opinions on if they were successful, flop, any thoughts you have about them. Right? I think it should be fun. And I'll give you the totals. Remember, these are all in euros, so they're a little inflated, but not too much. I mean, it's still a lot. Like, you can still tell in comparison to pounds, which you normally would see. So, on top, number one, Jack Grealish for 117.5 million euros.
Okay, we talked about this before.
Okay, can I start?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Because I talk, the lore of this channel. My brother's a Man City fan. So I talked a little bit with him about it.
He's playing too much Elden Ring. He called it lore. He's playing too much Elden Ring.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so Jack Grealish was I hate to call him a flop because he was balling at Aston Villa in the Premier League. Okay, so we know it's not like he came from another league and came to the Premier League and couldn't handle it. We know he could. Yeah. He was balling. He was a star player. He was a very good player. Now, English tax and Man City's loose wallet meant he went for over 100 million. Is it unfair to judge him for that price, considering I don't think anybody considers him a player of that level? Yes, but nonetheless, he went for that price, so that is how we're going to judge him. So obviously, for 100 million, it's overpriced. It's a massive flop for that amount of money. Now, with that being said, if you had actually gone him for his actual price, which would have been like 50, 60 million, I think he's a bit more reasonable. He's a creative player. He's not at his best right now, but he doesn't start every game either. I like Grealish. I like his attributes. I think he is a solid player, and I really like his creativity. And I think if he ever got to another team where he could play every game, I think we'd see him back at his best. I think the only thing right now is really the price that he was bought for. In my opinion, I really think that's just so poor. And unfortunately, that's going to do that. But I like him. I actually like him as a player.
Before I say anything, I will say we do a video on this. We uploaded a few months back, so if you want to go check that out, we have a bit larger talk about that. Andres, you got anything to say about that?
Flop, definite flop. I hate him as a player because he flops all the time, and
he literally flops. He's a flop because he literally flops.
Yeah, and then I just don't like him as a player. So yeah, way too much money. Definitely could have been bought, even if he was bought for 50, 60 million, still a flop. Nonetheless,
I just think it's who joined the wrong team. He joined the wrong team. I think we see him at a better team. He's good.
I think even staying at Aston Villa, he left too early. I think think about him with Aston Villa right now. Like,
they're
good. They're great. They're great.
Well, they wouldn't have any of the players they have right now. Well, some of the players they would have right now if he didn't leave with that.
I would take Grealish over Coutinho though every day.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
Coutinho's
been having a howler. Yeah.
All right, number two. I will say just off the bat, most of this list are flops. So they'll be interesting. Number two, La Caca, Romelu Lukaku for 150 million euros.
I don't even think we need to talk about it. It's just a flop straight off the bow.
There's flop straight off the bat. there's so much that goes into it, and there's so much that still happens. Like he just released a quote the other day saying he wants to stay Inter and doesn't want to come back to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Okay. Third,
Just
Paul
absolute
Pogba.
turmoil over there in Chelsea.
Yeah.
What?
We'll talk about that as we get into it. Afterwards, Paul Pogba, 105 million euros for Manchester United.
Damn. See, the thing is, Pogba's actually class, and he has amazing games where he shows how good he is. And I personally like to think more of it as United, just not using him right throughout the years he was there. Because when he plays for France, he is just a baller. He's so good.
I think it's right player, wrong time.
Exactly.
Is how I would describe it.
No flop for me. Not a flop.
No flop.
I'm gonna say flop.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Ooh,
Devil's advocate over here.
I want to say flop just because his career kind of went down the toilet towards when he was in the United.
He still won trophies for them. He just didn't.
He did.
He didn't win maybe like everything you would hope, but that's not even his fault at that point. I don't think in any way he could be considered a flop. But hey,
I'd agree.
Flop. The amount of hype he had, so I'm just saying flop.
Pogba, by the way, started a list of 5 United players. There's 5 United players in a row. So after Paul Pogba, we have Antony for 95 million euros. Antony is it's hard to describe because of course he just started. He's played 12 games and he has decent output.
I'm gonna say no flop because he's on my Wrexham team and he's class. So no flop.
No flop just because it's too early. It's not even a season yet. I'm not gonna judge a guy off not even a full season.
Agreed. Yeah, I think there's another player on this list who we could say the same thing about, but the third United player, 5th over on the list. I think this guy's gonna be fun. Harry Maguire for 87 million euros at United.
Ow!
And okay, honestly, this is a little harder to determine for me, more than I thought it was gonna be. Has he been that bad for United? No. Have United overall been bad? Yes. Is Harry Maguire the reason? Not particularly.
See, I would before the World Cup, I would have said 100% a flop. But then he actually bought at the World Cup, and I was like, wait, he's actually kind of good though.
He low-key did.
He was actually kind of good though, and I'm like, wait, is it just he's not in the right spot? Play
him at CDM.
I don't know.
Play him at CDM and see what happens. I'm not even joking. Play him at CDM. The English Rafa Marquez.
God, this is hard. Oh.
No, it's a flop for me. I'm sorry. The memes, the amount of memes I see, it just you can't not be a flop and have that many memes.
You don't flop. You don't meme a person who's not a flop like that.
No.
Why is it almost fair? Why am I also agreeing with that?
You're not a flop if you.
I mean, it's easy to make fun of him because his mistakes are bad mistakes.
Exactly.
He makes some bad mistakes.
A professional at that caliber level should not be making those certain types of mistakes. I get it, like once in a while, yeah, that's fine. People make mistakes. Oh my god, that's what he's known for. Like his career is not even known for being good. It's just mistakes.
Yeah.
So, and he still has so many memes. He's got the song thing. Bob, so yeah, I'm gonna go flop.
I feel bad because he gets so much hate.
He does get so much hate.
He takes it like a champ.
He'd be a better player. Yeah,
he takes it like a champ.
Props to him.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm gonna have to say you're a flop, but I really don't think you're actually as bad as some of the other players on this list.
Harry Maguire, if you ever want to film a football video with us, just let us know.
Yeah,
more than happy.
100 subs, football with Harry Maguire. All right, next one. Another United player. Jadon Sancho at 85 million euros.
Flop. Should have stayed in the Bundesliga. Flop. Don't even.
You can't leave halfway through the season because you're not mentally right. This isn't freaking kindergarten, bro. Get back in the team. Start playing.
Jadon Sancho is Bukayo Saka is what United fans thought Jadon Sancho was going to be.
Yeah.
He can still be.
See, the thing is, Jadon. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have him in your
I was just going to say he's. Huh? No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. He's my next summer signing. Just kidding. No, I don't know. Football's a mental game. If he's not in the right mental headspace, it's gonna be hard to be able to do anything. So I have sympathy towards that. So if he's not right mentally, then what can you do? But also when he has played, he has looked class though. When he has played in certain games, he has looked very good.
In the Bundesliga,
one every 20 games.
Yeah,
I remember against West Ham. He looked amazing. Only against us, of course. But
that's against West Ham. So
look, I still think there's a player there, and I think This is not. I'm not saying it's over for him. Absolutely, there's still a player there.
Yeah.
He is class. He was balling for Dortmund, and I know people say the Bundesliga is a weaker league, and I agree. But with that being said, you don't do that well just for it to go all the way. It's just
True.
the scenario, the situation that is just not working for him. But hey, we thought Rashford was flopping for a little bit, and look at him now. So there's still plenty of
Rashford
time.
has his moments. Rashford has,
So-
and he's in his moment right now. For sure.
He's in his moment right now. So I'm not going to write off Sancho, but I have to say he's a flop as of right now because come on, he is.
Rashford is now a main character. He was a side character, and now he's a main character.
He's one of the stars. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going. This is the last Manchester United player on this list. First player to appear twice, Romelu Lukaku, 84.7 million euros for United. Less of a flop for United, but still a flop.
We still don't even need to talk about it. It's a flop straight off the bat.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, he at least
Lukaku equals flop.
He at least did something with United when under Mourinho, but still, yeah.
True, yeah, but still, I mean,
No, but
he's
the
a Serie A
Chelsea,
player.
the Chelsea amount of money they paid for him was absolutely insane for what
Well,
they got.
and the thing is too, like on
Remember
paper,
when
it should have been
Elijah
perfect.
got hyped for that?
I did. I'm not even. Yeah, most
That's
Chelsea
funny.
fans did. Like I said, on paper, shit was perfect.
Yeah,
He was a player we needed. The goal scoring number 9 that we needed and still need, by the way. But the goal scoring number 9 that we needed, and the fucking thumb came in and didn't do crap. And wanted to have a freaking interview. Thinks he's freaking Ronaldo.
Or did Ronaldo
Okay.
think he was Lukaku?
Both ended in the same way for both of them in failure. So I'm gonna
don't
go.
do it, Elijah.
This next one, Liverpool. There's no other word to describe this man other than success. Virgil van Dijk, 84 million euros.
Oh yeah, well, a rare example of spending a lot of money and it's working out.
One of the best center backs of all time. There's no way in the Premier League at least. There's no other way to describe it. Andres is still gonna somehow say flop. I'm sure.
Flop? No, I'm joking.
No.
Certain times I'm like, yeah, he's a flop. But other times I'm like, no, he's not. He's fine.
He
does flop a
he's
lot,
in-
though.
He's in poor form this season, but
Yeah.
I mean, my guy finished
comes with
second in
age.
Ballon d'Or behind Messi. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
It
Like,
comes
that's
Some of
with
that
not-
voting is whack. Let's be real, though. Some of that. Ballon
Yeah, but
d'Or
Van Dijk
voting is
deserved it
whack.
that year.
Yeah,
Van
but I
Dijk
mean,
deserved
if you're gonna put a center back up there, he's the one to put up there.
Yeah,
True.
And
absolutely.
defenders need more recognition than some Tigers.
Absolutely.
But
yeah,
this next one, I'm going to say Chelsea player. Before I say his name, I'm going to say I think it's unfair to say it's similar to
Mhm.
Anthony in the way that we just bought him and we don't know yet.
Koulibaly.
Wesley Fofana. No, we
Oh.
only got Koulibaly for like 30 million.
I thought you said Cucurella. Okay.
No.
Flop.
Wesley Fofana.
Just flop. Flop.
Flop.
What?
He's
Wow, how can you
he's
say
been
flop?
out for 2 months, 3 months.
Just
He's
because
played
injured.
like 2 or 3 games.
Just because he's injured, he's a flop.
He's,
All right.
Okay.
right.
No,
Also,
he's not a
fuck
flop.
Chelsea. Ow.
This is excellent professional evaluation from you, Andres.
This is
I
ball
know.
knowledge.
When
This
is it?
crazy
When
ball
is it?
knowledge.
Never.
No, not a flop. I mean, yes, he wasn't particularly amazing when he played, but it's 2, 3, 4 games that he played total, right? Like not even that
Yeah.
many. So like, come on, chill. Yeah, we got to give him some time.
Yeah, well, I'll talk more about that when I get to Chelsea. Let's move on to the next one. Another up in the air, Darwin Nunez, 80 million for Liverpool, 80 million euros. Theo didn't went away; he disappeared.
Sorry.
He missed a shot.
Darwin Nunez is, depending on your opinion, I feel for me he's been a success. If I'm being honest, he just gets so much hate on Twitter that it's unfair.
I don't know about
To me,
success,
he's been
but
well. I mean, he
glad
has
he's
the
scoring
potential to
like
be a
he
much bigger
should.
success, but he has nowhere been a flop.
no.
It's
I
the
agree,
price
not a flop,
tag.
not a flop.
It's the price
It's
tag
the
that
price
makes
tag.
him a flop.
It's a price
No,
tag.
he's not.
I mean, he got.
He's
He got
no,
compared
it's
to
not.
Holland
It's not.
at one point. He got compared to Holland. All right.
Well, naturally, I
his
mean,
fault.
it's not his fault. And they're two of the probably the top 2 most promising young strikers in the world coming to the Premier League at the same time. It's unfortunate that Holland came at the same time as him, because then he would be compared. Just naturally they're going to compare, especially Liverpool City, that rivalry right now. He's not a flop for me. He has a really good output for them, and he should have a lot better, but
he's
it
absolutely
doesn't
not a
hide the
flop.
fact that he does have a good output.
Yeah, I don't think he's anywhere near a flop. I mean, like, could he be playing, or not playing, but could he be finishing chances that he should be finishing? Absolutely. But we've seen worse strikers, and maybe they have, I don't know, score their chances more, but they're worse. And so like absolutely, Dominic is not a flop. No.
All right. 3 more. Kai Havertz, 80 million for Chelsea.
I know Elijah's gonna be like, oh, he scored this goal for us.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Yada.
I'm not gonna say that. Don't talk for me there.
I'm shocked.
I wouldn't put him as a flop. I think many would, simply for the fact he's playing for this Chelsea side right now, and that he needs to be doing more. But I wouldn't put him as a flop exactly. I think he's being very misused. And I think Chelsea is not the right club for him in the moment. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to put him as a flop. I'm not going to put him as a successful signing. I think he still could very well pan out to be. He's only 23. Very well could still pan out to be. So no flop for me.
Yeah, I think he – look, I'll just say this. He has been disappointing without a doubt. And apparently he had a very poor game against Man City. But – with that being said, you can see the flashes of brilliance here and there. You can see the what he's good at. Like his ability to move into space and pick a pass and just kind of when Chelsea uses him as a main striker, I'm like, what are you doing? He's not a striker. He's that guy that likes to drop deep. He likes to have a partner, but he doesn't. Yeah. But he doesn't want to be the main guy. And so when Chelsea do that, I'm just like, why? That's not him. And so I agree with you.
I think it's just he's literally there by default. Like, who else are we going to put there right now? But I will get to that when we start talking about Chelsea. Andres?
I'm going to say flop. Because
could it have been any other way? Could it have been any other way?
No, come on. Well, you shouldn't expect anything more or less from me. You already knew the answer.
All right. 2 more. Both flops. Or both could be considered flops. I'm going to say right off the bat. Number 1 is, in my opinion, the biggest flop on this list, possibly, Nicolas Pepe, 80 million for Arsenal.
Oh, I forgot about that guy. Holy shit.
He's playing for Nice right now in France.
Flop. The biggest flop of flops. Holy shit.
I'm going to say flop because I remember my goalkeeper coach at the time. Shout out Aaron. He said big up Aaron. When he signed, he was like, "Man, this team's nasty. We got Pepe. We got." I was like, "All right, we'll see what happens." And then I just never heard about Pepe again, and I was like, "Okay, flop. He's a flop.
No, he is again. Bukayo Saka is what he was meant to be.
He look at this. Can I just say this? I actually remember Pepe at Lille, and I remember he had the highest goal contributions in the top 5 leagues behind Messi. Like, that was insane. And so
at his age.
At his age too. I think he went to the wrong team. And unfortunately for him, he has not recovered and is looking like he may not recover. But
honestly, I feel like there's a little bit of a Pogba situation, just a little worse. Right player, wrong time. He went to a crap Arsenal team. Like an Arsenal team they were really bad. That was in the very beginning of the rebuild.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to find their form. If he went to the team now, I think it's bigger. I think he has a bigger platform.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. All that. So flop. I think it's 3 votes for flop there.
Unfortunately. I like him.
Last one before we've been on for 15 minutes already. Last one before we get to Chelsea. Ended with a Chelsea player. Only goalkeeper on this list, Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Kepa.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think flop now. A year or two ago, big flop, one of the biggest in club history. Now he's been finding his form, but
Manny's a flop right now.
Yeah.
He is 28, and
the most. Lord, you got girls.
Roommates, it's the roommates.
Go
ahead.
What is that? Nope. Right, 28. Most expensive goalkeeper in history, I think. Right, in football history.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to say flop. Personally, you can be good, but when you're the most expensive player in your position and all you are is solid, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. And I'm nothing against Cup. I actually think he's a fine keeper when he doesn't have a howler. But, like, come on. Most expensive goalkeeper in his position, and he's being okay. Like, no. I'm sorry. For me, that's a flop.
No, that's fair. I mean, looking at like price tag, only if you're paying 80 million for a keeper. I think in pounds it's 60 or so. But paying that much for a keeper on its own
Yeah.
is crazy, and for him to not live up to that in any way, shape, or form, you're right. I mean, pure price tag, yeah, flop.
Yeah.
All
He's
right. Well,
better
yeah,
than
that's
Mendy though. Better than
he
Mendy.
Well, Mendy's doing
least-
bad right now. That's why.
Well, at least
Mendy.
Mendy
I mean,
doesn't. At least Kepa doesn't flop as much as Mendy.
at their heights, Mendy's better, but right, Mendy's also
Yeah.
hurt right now. Mendy has a I think fractured finger, broken
I'm
finger.
glad he has a fractured finger,
Um,
dickhead.
He has his other hand to hold up the Champions League trophy he won on dress. I just want to put that out there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So original. Haven't heard that one before. Okay.
Anyways, what about your trophy?
The Betway Cup's pretty cool, I must say.
That is
The
wow.
Betway Cup.
Exclusive.
It is. You don't have it.
Yeah. Who plays in it?
I don't want to laugh. West Ham and whatever team we want to play against, really.
Okay.
That's pretty
So
dope.
it's the West Ham Cup. It's just you could play against the third division Switzerland team and be like, yeah, we won the Betway Cup.
Yeah, man.
I think Tottenham's Audi Cup has more power than that to me.
Okay.
Hey, don't
anyways.
disrespect the Audi Cup. Don't disrespect it.
All right, let's move on here.
All right.
To my team. I have a lot of things to say about it. Made a video the day following our first defeat to Manchester City. I think this is going to be Andres's time to shine here.
I would, but it hurts too much to laugh at a shit club.
I know it hurts me too to laugh at yours.
Chelsea's one of the worst
undefeated,
seasons
boy.
in history, and you guys are still lower than
watch
that.
yourself.
So
okay, we're turning it around, man. You know we're only 10 points behind them.
We're turning it around. How many points above the relegation zone?
I don't know. We're above it. That's all that matters.
No, on goal difference. You're above it on goal difference.
And if the league ended today, would we be relegated? No.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I think we're in the
relegation zone. You're above it by one goal. You're -9 every time.
One goal.
Dude, it doesn't matter. You guys keep saying this, but if the league ended today, we wouldn't be relegated. So
the league's not ending today.
Is it ending today?
Yeah, but we're good. We're fine for right now.
All right, let's go to the discussion. What are you gonna talk about?
Anyways, back to realism. Chelsea, our worst team in the past 20, 25 years. This is the first time I think in 34 years that we've been out the League Cup and the FA Cup in the first round of it. First round that we've played in, of course.
You lost in the FA Cup
to City.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Okay, I'll start it off by asking you guys. I mean, I know I might get different answers here. That might piss me off. But Graham Potter in or out? I have my answer.
No, well, Graham Potter out. What the? Who's saying Graham Potter out?
Thank you. A lot of people. Andres.
That's ridiculous.
Look at his mom.
I just want to say real quick.
This is the same.
The people that are saying Potter out, is it the Chelsea Twitter fans?
Not all of them, but a lot of them. Well, I mean that's all. Yeah,
I know.
No, like a lot of big. What's it called? Like a football like Instagram accounts I've seen. So like Sport by Wall also had should Graham Potter be in or out? It's a lot of non-Chelsea fans saying it, of course, but
that's dumb.
Yeah, no.
Gotta give him a year, Gotta give him 2 or 3. Yeah, I mean, at this current time and place, it looks like they're gonna finish mid-table, but
Don't pull a Chelsea and fire him. Don't pull your.
Well,
Chelsea.
I think that's the whole thing about it, though, right? So that's why, I hate the fact that people are saying Graham Potter out, because the whole reason he is here instead of Tuchel is because Todd Bowley and the new management group want to rebuild. That's the thing. No one remembers that, which I don't blame them for, because we are Chelsea Football Club. We are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and we're expected to win everything every season like that, because we have been on top, one of the top teams in the past 20 years, right? But that's the whole point, is Todd Bowley wants to rebuild, and they want to back Graham Potter, and with that comes a lot of troubles and tribulations and time needed. Even Pep Guardiola Sunday after the game said that everyone needs to give him time because he's a fine coach. So it pisses me off that people don't want to say Graham Potter out because it's not his fault. If
Yeah,
you
at
put
least
me,
fire him after February,
if you
just after
not even
February.
give, like I said, give him 2 or 3 years. If you put me in the same situation Chelsea was in, I would get the same amount of shit done. It's not the manager. It's the worst team that Chelsea has fielded in the past freaking 20 years. There's so much wrong. I can go on for hours talking about this, dude. There's so much wrong with this team that has been patched up by glue for the past 10 years, and no one's actually tried to fix it. And now that a new owner comes in, we have to fix it.
Hey, you signed someone today, though.
Oh yeah, okay. I also want to talk about 2 players that we're looking at. So João Felix should be coming to the team within the next day or 2.
Not the player you need, but okay.
Amen. 1.
You have Nkunku. You just bought Nkunku. Why do you need João Felix?
He's coming in the summer. So João Felix, first of all, is a loan to the end of the year. Nkunku's coming in summer. João Felix, Chelsea needs a number 9. A true number 9 that's actually going to fucking work for us. The amount of number 9s that we have literally the number that we've given them, and it hasn't worked out. Lukaku.
Join the club, mate.
Aubameyang. Oh my god, it's the curse. It's the curse.
Just join the club, man. It's all right.
Falcao. Oh, there's so many.
Well,
anyway.
Aubameyang wasn't a long-term solution. That was a quick.
No, he's not. And he's not even a quick solution. Anyways.
He was like glue that they tried to add that has been expired for 7 years and just didn't work. Like those Elmer's glue that's dried out. He was that.
Yeah. Like the whole João Felix signing, I love João Felix, but I saw a Chelsea fan tweet this. The fact that no Chelsea fan is excited for João Felix to come in really shows how mudded this club is.
Or your fan base don't need him. Dog shit.
We don't need him. He is not the solution. He is a diverse player, which I like. We have Raheem Sterling. He's a short-term solution to injuries, to me. Pulisic is out for weeks. We don't know how long Raheem Sterling is out. Besides that, we have 9 or 10 starters that are out. By the way, 9 or 10, yeah, exactly, that are hurt, which makes us look a lot worse. Doesn't hide the fact that we are bad in general, even with them. But we need a number 9 at the top, a target man that can turn and shoot and score. We don't need shifty João Felix. Another thing, apparently, Chelsea don't want to go down to 17th. We also are considering getting.
It's pretty chill, man. Must say.
Tottenham. I don't know. Scout.
No.
Tottenham. Pedro Porro. What?
Oh, wait, what?
We're trying to sign. We're considering hijacking Tottenham's ideas of signing Pedro Porro from Sporting.
Why?
As a backup to Reece James.
Why you do this?
Oh, fuck off. Get the fuck out of that. This is our guy.
So this is why he's not. But this is why I don't want the signing. I think we do need.
Just jinx it right there, Diego.
We do. There we go. We do need a backup to Reece James because whenever Reece James is out, we look like a team that would be in the championship. But I don't know. Did you guys know this? That I think Pedro Porro got caught with his João Felix's girlfriend at a nightclub. Apparently.
Oh, that's tough.
What?
So if we were in a dressing room that is already very split, maybe not split, but it's just like not the most the morale wise, we're not the most positive dressing room right now. And you throw in João Felix and Pedro Porro in it, it's gonna be a fight the first day. What is that?
That'll be funny though.
The thought process behind. I love Pedro Porro. I think it's gonna be great. I think it'd be a great signing if we don't have João Felix.
Imagine, what's that show called? On Amazon that did the Arsenal and City documentary. Yeah. All or Nothing is Chelsea.
We might. That was a rumor before the year is that we were considering doing something like that. Although I don't want to do it now, but
that'd be fun to watch.
I think that'd be fun. Yeah.
No, I mean right now, just to see like the players yelling at each other, that'd be fun.
Oh no, it would be 100%. Another player I want to call out right now. I hope he sees this. Just kidding. He's not gonna see it. I love him to death. I love him so much. But Mason Mount, they need to stop putting the weight of the entire team on Mason Mount because of who he is. Every game, the ball plays to Mason Mount, which I love. He's a great player. And he's asking for $300K a week, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. He wants $300K a week in his contract.
Wow, what?
Yeah. over the summer, maybe. Last year, maybe. Now he's been so bad. And again, I don't want to blame him fully. I am blaming him, but I don't want to blame him fully because he's trying to. He has all the weight of this team, of a terrible Chelsea team, and he, attack-wise, he's the only player that they want to put it on. But yeah, he wants 300K a week, apparently. And mind you, United just put a limit over their salary structure where no player makes over 200K a week. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Job
Wait,
United.
who's the top paid players? I gotta see this. Where would that put him?
It has to be like third or fourth.
Or in the league or in the world?
No,
In
on
the
your
Premier
club.
League.
Honestly, it's Chelsea. Chelsea always overpriced it.
300K a week?
He wanted 300K a week.
Would
We don't
make him
overpay them
top-
too much, though.
I don't know, man.
It would put him, apparently to this site, top 10, tied with Grealish and Casemiro.
That's funny.
Does not deserve that. There's no way to deserve that.
Well, Declan Rice should be like in the top 5 then, realistically.
Okay. Declan Rice is not that good.
man-
You need to.
this man
you
just
need to-
said
Okay.
Rice
You know
plays.
what's gonna be funny is when he leaves and joins whatever team, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Declan Rice is class." And then
No. We're not saying Declan Rice is not class. We're saying he plays for a bad team. It's a
Not
dig
at
on
all.
West Ham, not Declan Rice.
Diego literally just said he's not that good.
No.
He
He's good, but he's not as good
He's
as you're saying he is.
Yeah, he's
no,
not
he
top
really
5.
is.
He's not best defensive midfield in the world, or else he wouldn't be.
No.
He'd be
No.
gone from 17th.
Just wait, bro. When he leaves to a bigger
He's
club,
not. Casemiro's better than him,
Yep.
easily. Who
Yep.
else?
we'll see what happens when we play United. Who bosses that midfield? All right, see what happens.
Just stop talking.
Casemiro
Just stop.
would. It's not
Just
Declan
stop.
We'll see what
Rice.
happens. We'll see what
Declan Rice
happens.
doesn't boss midfields like especially against those big teams like that. That's not.
No.
Scott.
I mean, the fact that you're relying on a defensive midfielder to play the whole game to set up the whole game is a little shocking on its own.
Well, no, bro. He's just so good. He's everywhere. You know. He just top
He
class.
shouldn't have to be.
You know, that's just kind of his role, man. He just does his thing.
That's what I
runs
mean. Though.
around,
He shouldn't need to
gives
have that role.
100%. Hey, it works, okay? It works. Well, it
Does it?
worked.
No, it is.
It worked.
That is.
You know what? It worked against Brentford, all right? We looked better against Brentford, all right?
Boy.
So, shush.
Do they feel their best
Yeah.
team?
They tried. They're kind of injured, though, so it wasn't their best team, but
And there it is.
you know.
Let's
Sorry,
go on to
still
that
won.
subject. Let's
Still
move on.
won.
Let's move on.
Declan Rice got an assist, all right? So I don't want to hear it.
I want to see Declan Rice put up a trophy one day. Not the Beltway Cup, not the Conference League, but a trophy that means something.
It
With
does
another
mean Conference League does mean something.
Okay.
What's the next subject? Let's move on. Let's go.
Okay, Roberto Martinez, Portugal manager.
Yeah.
It just hurts.
Bro, I'm sorry. Who's scouting these managers, man?
Why
Come
does this
on.
man get a top 10 nation job? I don't understand.
After the catastrophe of his time
I don't
at Belgium.
understand. Make it make sense, please.
I don't get it.
Why?
I don't-
What
I
has
don't
he
understand.
done? What has he done?
He
He's
has
MLS
moves. That's the
level.
only way.
What?
He has like Ronaldo's news.
He's
There's
got
no way
connections. He knows people.
no
He
way.
must. He must. I don't understand.
This man had one of the greatest national teams at the time, and won nothing. Not even a final. He didn't get anywhere. He didn't get to a final. And yet now they're saying, oh, Portugal have a really young and talented squad. Who are we going to give it to? Let's give it to Roberto Martinez. Yeah, that worked out the last time he had a job. No, I'm sorry. No. Portugal deserve whatever's coming to them because they're the ones who decide this appointment. It's just such a poor choice. So bad.
I'm just going to remind everyone of his managerial career here. So, Swansea City, 07 to 09. Goes to Wigan. Goes to Everton. And in 2016, he goes from Everton to Belgium. And then Belgium to Portugal. I wasn't a football fan that much in 2016. I don't know what was happening in the managerial world, but they couldn't find anyone else other than an Everton manager and Roberto Martinez. And even now, Portugal can't find anyone else, any other manager besides Roberto Martinez, who, just like you said, hasn't taken Belgium anywhere. I don't understand. And Portugal, I feel, need a top manager because in a time where they're kind of moving from Ronaldo to a Portugal team, not Ronaldo's team. It was like a lot of young players. They need a top manager here to guide them, to lead them to the top again, lead them back to the Euros where they probably shouldn't have won, but maybe now they can win, given a better team. Because they do have a better team, given a better manager, whatever. How is this man in charge of Portugal? I don't. It doesn't make sense.
No,
like I said, make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. I'm trying to think who else. Mourinho would have been the ideal for Portugal. That's a given. Berhalter would have been phenomenal. No, I'm just kidding. Even Zidane, I don't know if they made an approach. They could have tried to make an approach for him. Even an approach would have been nice to see. But they settled so much with Roberto Martinez. It's hard. Put us three in charge.
Oh, we'd be class, mate. We'd be class.
Yeah.
Ronaldo would never get a call up ever again in his life.
We'd be arguing on the touchline the whole time.
Hey, at least it shows we're committed, you know?
I don't know if Thomas Tuchel.
I don't know about that. I don't know about... If who?
Thomas Tuchel. I don't know if he was at all interested, but there's a good manager that doesn't have a job right now.
Amen. Although I'd much rather like to see him play coach England. I think England would be a great.
Yeah,
be a great manager.
What do you think managers do when they don't have a job? Do they just sit at home and just like watch?
They just chill with their millions of dollars.
Tuchel went to India for a little bit to find himself. Seems
interesting.
Yeah,
midlife crisis.
Ain't shit, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking about anything player-wise, tactic-wise. We're just shitting on Roberto Martinez here. I love it.
You know, fuck him, man. He ruined that golden generation. What a dickhead. He took that
away.
From
Belgium should have a Euro or a Nations League or a World
Cup. They might have
a
World Cup. 2018 was their best run. They should have had a World Cup.
I saw someone. I don't remember who. I don't know who it was, but they were saying that don't shit on Belgium too much because you got to remember there's so many other teams in the world who are also good and better, which is true.
Man, shut the fuck up.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's many teams that are very good, of course. You know that. There's many teams on top that should be winning Euro after Euro, World Cup after World Cup, blah, blah, blah. And Belgium, honestly, in the past 4 or 5 years, out of all those teams, were the best team. They should have won it on paper, except maybe France.
They didn't even get to a final, though. They didn't even get to a final at all.
Yeah.
Like, you have to if you get to a final, then we're like, okay, they're one game away. You can lose a game, but they had multiple chances and they didn't even get a chance to even get second place. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good.
Shocking.
No.
Shocking from them.
It's disappointing. But we've talked shit about Belgium before. We did the whole rankings reaction video. If you guys want to go check that out, please do. Let's see. Who else are we talking about here? Didier Deschamps. Instead, apparently, so I don't know if you guys remember this, but before the World Cup, the rumor was that Zidane was going to take over like that. Didier Deschamps was going to leave immediately after, regardless of results, and Zidane was going to take charge. It didn't. That didn't happen. Why? Honestly, I would prefer to see Zidane on a pure football fan level.
Zidane is a better manager than Deschamps. And Didier Deschamps, no disrespect to him. He won a World Cup. He got him to another final. Very good manager. That being said, you could argue that Zidane might have won that World Cup. You could argue that. And I don't want to take anything away from Argentina because they're obviously a very good team. But when France had that momentum at the end there, they maybe could have won the World Cup. Yeah. So
I will say, in regards to the World Cup, I don't know if that was France. To me, I don't know if that was Didier's fault or France's fault. Argentina was played really well. I mean, Martinez had that big save in the end. Whatever, anything could happen there. I will say, Didier Deschamps has been France manager since 2012. That's 3 different World Cups, going into the 4th World Cup, 2026. I don't think any national team manager that's playing at that high of a level should coach for more than one cycle, that being 4 years. I think every 4 years you need to recycle and refresh, unless maybe you win it. And France did win it, 2018, but they didn't win this time. They get to the final. But this puts him in contention to manage through the next Euros and the next World Cup.
They had disappointing Euros as well.
They did have really disappointing Euros. I mean, the only light was the World Cup win.
Yeah.
I mean, they did reach the final of the 2016 Euros too, and where Portugal didn't win. But
True.
yeah, but I think Zidane needs to come in. I don't think, like I said, no manager should coach more than 4 years, maybe 8, maybe 2 cycles. He needs to leave personally. If France want to grow, he is a great manager. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they need to grow for sure. I would like to see Didier Deschamps go to Belgium after. Did you see? Oh, back to Belgium. Did you see what Lukaku said? And back to Lukaku. Did you see what Lukaku said?
I wonder.
He wants Thierry Henry to be the next Belgium manager, and he says that he swears he's going to be the next Belgium manager.
Bro, he on some different stuff over there.
Thierry Henry will be the first person to tell you he's not the guy to do that.
Bro, he's too busy with his show, bro. Yeah, he's a pundit.
He's a much better pundit than manager.
Yeah.
Even Thierry Henry in the MLS couldn't do anything.
Even then, he's not that great of a pundit. Let's be honest.
He isn't.
Don't disrespect Thierry Henry. Don't disrespect my boy.
His lip wiggle was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't disrespect.
He's just okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but as manager, I mean, he's on the assistant coaching staff for Belgium, right? And I don't know what he does.
Keep him there.
Yeah, I know. He's probably great right there, but and he must have. He might. I know if a new manager when a new manager does come
usually they clear house.
Yeah. He does not deserve the managing spot in Belgium. But I would like to see Didier Deschamps in Belgium.
That would be a good shout. I like Deschamps. But now bring Zidane in. Get Zidane.
Get Zidane.
There you go.
Belgium needs to get Zidane. But
yes, they need to get Zidane.
Whichever manager comes in, and I know they're going to bring in a top manager. Whichever manager comes in, they needed to come in 4 years ago.
They did. They need to drop Jan Vertonghen. I'm sorry. They need to drop Lukaku. I'm sorry. They need to drop friggin' Carrasco. Not Carrasco. What's his name? Whistle. Drop Whistle.
Hazard. Hazard retired from the national appearances.
Hazard. Just drop these older players. Keep De Bruyne because we know De Bruyne is amazing. But drop these other players. It's done. It's time to move on to the next generation.
You know who's one player? Well, okay. The thing is with Belgium's next generation is it's nowhere near as good as their golden generation, and on top of that, I will say one player that I thought was going to be in the limelight this past 2 years for club and country, Jeremy Doku. Do you remember Jeremy Doku?
I do remember Jeremy Doku.
He played a lot in their Euros run. He played a lot, and I thought he was going to be the next big thing, and I haven't heard his name since.
Was he at the World Cup?
I don't know if he was. I don't think he was. At least if he was, I don't think he played.
Huh.
Stuff.
I don't think he played. Yeah, but do you remember this play? Do you remember him? I thought he was going to be great.
Falling at the Euros.
Yeah.
And I'm looking right now at the Belgium line to see if he started.
I don't think he did. I know. Reports. I just saw this report from like October-ish. We're saying that Liverpool were considering buying him in the January transfer window, but since then I haven't heard anything about him. So maybe they kind of. I don't know,
Trossard played. Trossard deserved to play, but that's about it.
Well, Trossard needs to start more for Belgium.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Trossard. Trossard needs to move. At Brighton, he's like their best player right now.
I don't even think Doku took the field in any of these games.
At the Euros?
No, at the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I don't think he did.
Oh, he was subbed on in the final game. That was it.
Come on.
Yeah. Trossard, Doku, get these players in, man. Come on.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah,
we're past.
Move on.
We've accepted the fact that you guys threw it away.
Yeah.
We've accepted it a long time ago. Let's move on. Let's move.
You guys need to accept it, please.
Yes, please.
Accept it.
I know, but yeah. So that's huge. And then I guess let's just finish it off here with maybe the U.S. manager vacancy position. Did you guys know all the Berhalter drama?
Reyna's parents turned full soccer mom.
Yeah, so
he turned full soccer mom.
Brief summary. So, of course, Gio Reyna's parents, both football players. Yeah. One being Claudio Reyna, one of the best American players of all time, played for City. Blah blah. So what happened is like when Gio Reyna wasn't being played, like his parents threatened to release some damning documents about Gregg Berhalter's past. Apparently, some domestic violence. I think is what was. So that happens. They become full helicopter parents here, and they're trying to blackmail the head coach of the U.S. Men's National Team into playing their son in the World Cup, which probably is a big reason why he didn't play in the World Cup. My big thing from it is, did Gio Reyna know?
Yeah.
That's what Andres said.
Did
Andres
he
in the
know?
group chat. Did he
Did he
know
know?
about this? Because if he did, that's huge. If he didn't, he let it happen. That's pretty damning on his name too, I'd say. Pretty compromising.
For his sake, I hope he didn't know.
I hope he didn't know.
I guarantee you he knew. He 100% knew.
If
There's
he
no
knew,
way.
He
he's
had
not-
to.
He had to have known.
There's no way
It's
that
just-
Gregg, if he doesn't know before the World Cup, there's no way that Gregg doesn't play him, and he's like, "What the hell? What kind of
Yeah.
what excuse would Gregg have given him? Oh yeah, you're just not
Yeah.
good enough, or I
Yeah,
didn't
your
have my
training's
plans.
shit. Your training's horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's your training. Yeah, Jordan Morris deserves it over you. But yeah, like, why? It's so
So weird.
sad.
But like as like a teammate, like how you just like I don't know, you lose respect for him at that point if he knew, because you're like, wow, you
Yeah.
weren't man enough to accept the fact that you weren't good enough to play, so you got your parents involved and you still didn't play, and
I
you
mean,
let
well,
your parents take care of you of the situations. It's a bit weird.
The thing is, what I don't understand is he is good enough to play, and he is by far good enough to start for this team. Every game we said, why isn't Gio Reyna starting? So what I don't get is, why do the parents still go out and be like, hey, play him? Like, don't forget to play him, or we're gonna destroy a career. That's what I don't get. Is without this, he probably would have started every game, without this controversy. So why?
Well, I don't know, because there was reports that he wasn't training hard.
Well, but maybe that
Like
was
a
the.
training.
I mean, that was part of that too. But that could have come as a result of knowing what
Yeah,
he's
true.
doing, right? So,
True.
like, let's say they don't. Maybe he trains better and plays. Like, I don't understand why are they so insecure about their son's skills to the point where they're like, "Hey, you better fucking play him, or we're gonna."
They had some
release
money
this
on
domestic
him.
violence thing." They definitely did. They 100% betted on their son, but I just don't understand.
Shameful.
And then it kind of makes like, I feel bad because as a USA citizen, and I want the team to do well. I really want the team to do well in the Copa America, in Gold Cup, in World Cup, Olympics, blah 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 blah. I really want the team to do well. Meaning we need to have a big manager come in, a manager who knows what he's doing.
Us.
We reached out to Zidane. Zidane politely declined, which is fine. I mean, he's never going to manage USA. I know. Speaking of Zidane, he only wants to manage France. He's not going to manage any of the team besides France. Which he needs to go to a club, because they're not going to. Up to 2026, he's figure out what the hell he's doing. But yeah, so that's why he didn't come to USA, and probably because of the fact that we were USA, so he didn't come. But I think it also like leaves the position a little less to be desired when holding it, because you're like, damn, I got to deal with these kind of parents, which is so American, by the way. It's so
American.
This
So
American.
American. It's
parenting is
embarrassing.
So American.
It's so
Literally.
embarrassing.
Literally.
Get it
like,
together, parents. What are you doing?
the only
What
thing
are
that would
you
make it
doing?
more American is if they held Greg at gunpoint in a school. Like,
Oh my.
I'm just saying that that's more the only thing
would
that
be.
more American.
It would be more American.
But it's so soccer mom minivan driving American.
I can just imagine the phone call. Her hand was on her hip, on the phone.
Yeah, literally.
in.
No, she has the cardigan. She's holding it with one hand.
Yeah.
Like the English teachers do. Just the.
And then she
that,
throws
yeah.
her phone or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Calls Claudio over. Claudio, get the papers.
Claudia?
Get the papers.
The papers.
But yeah, it'd be, like I said, very perspective. It makes it less to be desired for U.S. manager to come in if you got to deal with parents.
Yeah.
What is this, ASO? Academy? What is this? This is the U.S. national team, and you're dealing with
Yeah.
parents? These players are
Come
adults.
on. It's
These
so
players are
embarrassing. Get it together, people.
Gio Reyna
Please.
has left the country to play football. He's an adult. He's matured more than all of us ever have needed to, right? He's an adult. And parents are still coming in and trying to do everything for their kid because the power they think they have.
Well, makes him wonder what his parents did to get him certain opportunities.
That I mean, yeah, I guess honestly, I
Yeah.
mean, first of all, nepotism comes in a little bit because he's Claudio Reyna's son and his mom's a footballer as well. I don't know her name, but mom's a footballer as well, right? So on the name alone would give him opportunities. But on top of that, you're right. What if he? I mean, and he is already arguably the American with the most potential. But besides that, yeah, what opportunities did arise from his parents' actions? Not their name, their actions.
Yeah, I mean, will he ever get called up again?
Yes, I mean 100%. You can't not call him.
If depends on if Gregg Berhalter who's still the coach as well. I think if he's the
Mhm.
coach, then maybe we're seeing something different. But if he's not, I mean, the manager doesn't. The next one won't have a problem. I don't think. I mean, unless
Yeah.
Reyna's
Sure, hope not.
I mean, I think
not.
the next manager hopefully doesn't have domestic violence in his past and is able to take the reins of this team and just be like, hey, you guys better shut the hell up. We're going to do this. Your son's going to play or not play. Well, they better slap a hoe. They got to, bro.
Hey, man, those Scandinavian guys, they don't play around. They don't mess around.
Bro, Jesse Marsh needs to come in and say, this is my team.
Jesse. I mean, him.
God,
I need Jesse Marsh.
Dude, that'd be so hyped too. That he's literally like, he's like the Ted Lasso of the Premier League. Like, he's literally
so
fucking
good.
Ted Lasso. I love Jesse Marsh, dude. God, that'd be so hype for the.
I know he probably doesn't want to leave Leeds, but like,
it'd be so, yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't either for the U.S. national team. Yeah. Maybe the next World Cup cycle after 2026. Although this is the one I like to see him in, but the next one after should be decent too. But, yeah, the position is still up in the air. I think there's an interim manager right now who's I think he's just like an assistant or a U23 coach or something like that.
I mean, more of the story is sign us. We'll win the World Cup 2026. No doubt in my mind. With our combined managerial experience of FIFA and Football Manager,
I literally have it up right here.
I am without a doubt sure we'll at least win one game in that 4-year cycle. At least one. Maybe multiple if we continuously play Trinidad.
We'll be able to destroy like Barbados or like Trinidad and Tobago. They're dead. They're gone.
If they knew what I've done with Real Sport Club in the 3rd division of Portugal, where I took them in the span of 15 years, they would hire me right now.
If they hire us, we're about to witness an Elijah masterclass. All right, you don't even understand.
We would find a way to win the
shades and everything.
We would find a way to win the Euros.
He'll wear the shades and everything, pull them down.
You know,
yeah, we win the Euros.
It's a meme. It is a meme. It's a meme.
If we get 10 likes, we will release the meme into the world.
Just show it right now. There's gonna be 3 people that see it. It's gonna be us 3.
Insert the pic.
Diego's trying to find out his phone.
I meant post editing, but put the pic in.
It's too much work. I'm just gonna have him put it right here.
Bruh.
I got it.
There it is. There it is.
Boom. Wait. Boom.
Oh, it's backwards, but that's okay.
It's backwards. It's fine.
It's backwards.
By the way,
Elijah,
for context, that picture was taken when I played in the French Cup final as a 2nd division team, and I won. This is why you guys need to hire me. You could have memes like that. Meme me all you want. Let me be the Harry Maguire managers, but I will win. I will
let sound like David Moyes. That's what I do. I win.
All right. I think we'll call it there. We're like at 50 minutes. Diego has people to see places to be. So
he's got money in his hand too. He's got some money to spend as well.
It's $1 bill. It's not.
You didn't have to say
I noticed
that.
that too.
Just
I
noticed
on. Like, when's old enough?
No.
Yeah, you're flexing with our ad revenue, the amount of money we
get. It's $1. The ad revenue. This is what the subscribers got me. Thank you, people.
Appreciate all 103 of you. Appreciate it.
That's a lie, by the way. We have not made a single penny from any of this. We've lost way more money than we've made.
Oh no, I've gained money from football bets, so I'm actually in the plus.
Okay, well, from the channel itself.
Oh yeah, no, I've lost money.
All right,
appreciate it though. I have fun. It's worth it.
It's been fun. Yeah, that absolutely. Was episode 14 of our podcasting series on the For the Veg Football channel. My name is Elijah. I'm here with Diego on address again. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Like we said, it's free. Help us out. Let us grow. Help us grow as a channel. Like the video. Help us grow as a channel. All these things help us grow and expand our content to more people. Leave comments on any topics that we talked about. And yeah, we'll see you guys whenever the next video is uploaded, which I don't know when it will be, but whenever it is, we'll see you guys later. Peace.